Okay, so there's a lot of traffic right now, but the lighting is so perfect right now to show off my Christmas lights that I'm really excited, and I wanted to just walk through and show you. So I put these up. All these lights are solar because there's no power going out here, and it was sunny today, so there's enough power for all the solar lights to actually be on. I want to continue this all the way down at some point, but I don't have enough lights for that right now. Okay, and I've got these little spotlights and a light for the path, and that's my my irrigation line. And then I've got these cute little hanging lamps and more spotlight so you can see the path. And then we put lights. I put lights on these dead, well, not dead, but twiggy looking trees and in the background, and it's so pretty. It makes me feel like I'm in a winter wonderland. I'm so excited. Okay, let me walk through and show you. There's a couple of lights in the beds, and they surprisingly still work. And it's kind of cool because the cloth, you know, captures the light. I had to put some of these here because when it gets dark, it's really hard to see the path. So yeah, this is our Christmas tree this year. Real live Christmas tree in the ground. Very exciting. And then the wall with the spooky lighting on the blueberries. That one doesn't have one because I don't have enough of those lights, but it's so pretty. Look how pretty it is. And then my arch. Some of my arch lights got ripped out when I ripped out my squash vines this year, so I need to be careful about that next year. And then I made another Christmas tree over here. Ow, I'm being poked at by my trees. Some of my roses on the edge here have some lights too. The lights don't last very long in the winter because obviously, you know, when we don't have any sun, they turn off by like 6 p.m. so it's not very useful. But tonight I'll probably have light for at least a couple hours. There's no light in this bed, but there's a couple of lights down there just to help kind of frame the area. And then I put these sparkly lights on here as well. And then I want to walk to there's no light in my greenhouse either, it's just dark. So, and that's my car. All right, let's see. There's the forest has some lighting. This was one of my purchases for Christmas this year, is this little cardinal bird that lights up. It's so pretty. And then we have cold. Well, this is not a light, but at some point I will get a light and light up that shiny ball. It looks kind of cool at night because it reflects a lot of light, see? And yeah, these ones have a very slow twinkle because I have a hard time with things that twinkle too much. This twinkle doesn't bother me as much, the one on the fence there. And then by the rose garden, we have, again, archway. This area has just become storage, so it's just hanging on. And then back here, not much has changed since the summer. I don't think I've added or modified any lights. Oh, that's not true. I put up this rail over here. I put up the rail lighting, which is pretty nice, very festive for me. And yeah, That's it. The backyard is very, very well lit because the string, these big lights are plugged in, unlike everything else, which is solar. And then I've got this cute little light here, but there, it's kind of struggling. It's damp. I don't know, might be dead. Anyway, lights, pretty lights. Very excited. That's all. Pretty quick. These lights are so good. They stay on for so long, even when it's like super dark and sad out. So I recommend those the most. I've got a couple that I think may have died, but they're pretty cheap. And yeah, they also won't turn on if there's too much light around. So sometimes you have to kind of be careful what you pair them with, because like if there's too much light from another light on it, it won't turn on, you know. But yeah, okay, bye.